Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, let's follow the events of episode 194. Previously, inside the space sealed by the Refining Heaven Grand Array, the purifying demonic lotus flame destroyed the exit, cutting off all escape routes and attempting to refine everyone into fire slaves. Soul Elder and the other forces were forced to join hands with the Pill Tower Ancestor to resist, but they were still overwhelmed by two devastating beams of destruction. Just when total annihilation seemed inevitable, a mysterious light shield protected everyone. Surprisingly, it originated from Xiaoyan, who had fallen unconscious, his body amid light and condensed into a figure resembling the demonic lotus flame. In truth, it was the remnant soul of the purifying lotus demon saint awakening through him, releasing a terrifying pressure that shocked everyone. In episode 194, the sudden appearance of the purifying lotus demon saint through Xiaoyan's body left everyone stunned. Yao Lao deduced that the cause was the ancient map Xiaoyan had once collected, which contained a remnant imprint of the saint. Despite some concern, the Pill Tower Ancestor concluded that the saint had no malicious intent. His true goal was to control the demonic lotus flame. When confronted, the demonic lotus flame was first terrified, then enraged, accusing the demon saint of ingratitude, claiming he once relied on its power, only to seal it away for thousands of years. In response, the demon saint calmly acknowledged his responsibility but insisted the sealing was necessary due to the flame's dangerous nature. The demonic lotus flame immediately activated the Grand Array to attack, but with a single word, freeze, the demon saint effortlessly halted the destructive beams and even seized control of the Refining Heaven Array, forcing the flame into a disadvantage. Driven into a corner, the demonic lotus flame went berserk, unleashing world-destroying demon flame, turning the entire space into a sea of fire that burned both energy and cultivators alike. Realizing the situation was spiraling out of control, the demon saint opened a spatial passage for everyone to escape, warning that if the flame self-destructed, no one would survive. One by one, the experts fled in panic. Only Zuner chose to stay behind out of concern for Xiaoyan, despite the danger. In the end, within a space filled with blazing flames and a terrifying pink lotus forming in the sky, Zuner chose to face the life and death battle between the demon saint and the demonic lotus flame alongside Xiaoyan. Inside the inferno, the temperature became unimaginably high, so intense that even 4- or 5-star Do saints couldn't endure it for long, as their Do Chi was constantly being burned away. Zuner barely held on thanks to her Golden Emperor burning heaven flame. Meanwhile, the demonic lotus flame transformed into a massive fire lotus, shifting between red and white, radiating an increasingly violent and eerie aura. Facing it, the demon saint, through Xiaoyan, acted with both authority and regret. He admitted that he had granted the flame intelligence, but that same gift led it down a path of destruction. Determined to correct his mistake, he activated the ancient array to form a massive fire cage and began a technique to forcibly extract the flame's intelligence and memories. The demonic lotus flame resisted fiercely, unleashing blood-red fire and attacking relentlessly, but it was useless. Countless fire threads pierced into the lotus, forming a net that slowly dragged out its soul. Its agonized screams echoed as its consciousness was stripped away. Even when separated and reduced, it begged for mercy, but the demon saint remained unmoved, knowing releasing it would bring catastrophe. However, at the final moment, the flame launched a desperate counterattack, releasing a blood mist that corroded the demon saint, just like the tragedy of the past. The saint did not resist. With a quiet sigh, he chose mutual destruction, detonating the entire array and its accumulated power. A world-shattering explosion tore through space and magma, forcing Xiaoyan and Zuner to retreat. When everything settled, both the demon saint and the demonic lotus flame had vanished, leaving Xiaoyan in despair, believing the flame's origin had been destroyed. But then, Zuner spotted something in the magma sea below, a white lotus tinged with pink, slowly absorbing immense energy. It was the demonic lotus flame origin, the pure essence that remained. Seeing this, Xiaoyan trembled with excitement. His goal of more than 10 years had not vanished, it was right before him. After the explosion, the flame origin appeared calm and harmless, no longer violent. Xiaoyan realized that the demon saint had erased its intelligence and memories, returning it to a pure, newborn state while preserving its core power. Overjoyed, Xiaoyan decided to refine it immediately within this sealed space, the safest place possible, free from interference. Despite having less than 50% confidence, he had no choice. Zuner agreed to support him. After 7 days of preparation, Xiaoyan began refining the flame. He used arrays, rare medicines, and extreme cold energy to weaken it, then directly swallowed the flame origin, plunging himself into unimaginable pain as his body was burned from the inside. At the brink of death, Zuner rushed in, using her flame to support him. Together, they shared the burden, combining their Li Liang to refine the flame. Inside a massive pink fire sphere, their energies merged, forming a balance between 3 flames, gold, purple, and pink. Seizing the moment, Xiaoyan activated the flame mantra, gradually refining the demonic lotus flame. A vast surge of energy flooded both their bodies, forming a perfect cycle of energy exchange that continuously strengthened them. Finally, as the flame was completely refined, a crystal cocoon formed around them, sealing their presence, signaling a transformation. Meanwhile, 1 year passed in Central Plains. The outside world fell into chaos. The Hall of Souls launched large-scale attacks against the Sky Mansion Alliance, while the Alliance fought back fiercely. Both sides suffered heavy losses, but the Alliance began rising in power, even challenging the Hall's dominance. At the same time, a far more terrifying mystery emerged. After the mysterious disappearance of the Spirit Clan, the Stone Clan, another of the ancient 8 clans, also vanished without a trace. A dark conspiracy seemed to be unfolding across the entire continent. And deep within the sealed space, Xiaoyan and Zuner remained asleep inside the crystal cocoon, preparing for a decisive awakening. That's the end of episode 194. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the latest videos.
Vẫn còn sống ư? Không thể nào.